Welcome back, ladies and gents. Here we are for episode 43 now. So we're getting up there, boys. Today we're joined by Kyle, Matty, Greg, and Dave. And obviously I'll be hosting as per usual. And
Fuck's sake.
One day we're getting new hosts, boys. So first things first, I'm just going to run through our prediction results from the past weekend. Pipe down, Jonesy. We get it, mate. All right, it's not going to last forever.
Can I turn the sound off for this?
Crack on. So for everybody who's going to be watching on YouTube, the table will be put on screen, so you can sort of see exactly where the standings are. But after this week's result of Arsenal beating Norwich 1-0, Man United winning 4-1 against Newcastle, and Liverpool beating Leeds 3-0, Kyle top scored yet again with 9 points after nailing the Man United score spot on, which pissed me off because I had 3-1, so you getting the fourth pissed me off a bit, but one of them. Everybody else took 6 points home with 3 correct results, except myself. I got 2 correct results. Obviously, I'm not going to pick Leeds to lose, so only the 4 points for me. So as it stands, the table, as people can see on the screen, bottom is still me with 14 points. I've predicted 7 correct results and no exact scores so far. Next is Greg with 20 points. He's got 10 correct results and no exact scores. In third, well, actually, joint second, is Dave and Matty. Both had 21 points. They've got 8 correct results, but both got an exact score. And Kyle is sitting pretty on 34 points, 13 points clear.
That's like 3 weeks over results.
He's had the joint lowest correct results, which is the same as me with 7, but he's had 4 exact scores. So he's running away with it at the moment, boys. We need to get back on it with the old exact scores.
Plenty of time to catch him.
Oh, there's loads of time.
Plenty of time left, lads. So yeah, we will go straight into our team's results from the weekend. So first game up was Arsenal getting their first win of the season, boys, at home to Norwich. And your first goal of the season. So, yeah. Matty, what's your thoughts, mate?
Who are we talking about? Sorry, me or Dave? Sorry. Me?
Yeah, you, mate, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, again, it wasn't exactly convincing, was it? We had like 30-odd shots in the game and I think 6 on target from what I saw. But obviously, I was happy with the keeper and the back 4 selection. I think moving forward, that's going to be our first choice keeper and defence. And the Tomiyasu looked like he had a pretty lively debut from what I saw. He looked like he was quite all action, prepared to attack, which I think is something that we've been particularly missing down the right side. Obviously, we've got it in abundance with Tierney on the left, but having that maybe balance with Tierney staying, him going, and then alternating will work well moving forward. So I thought that was a plus point. And Ramsdale looks like he's got his nod over Leno for the time being. Obviously, with Leno leaving on a free transfer, I think at the end of the season, you don't pay 24 mil for a keeper just to stick him on the bench. So I had a feeling that would come sooner rather than later. Again, moving up the pitch, I've only seen the highlights, but we missed a lot of chances, but they got a bit lucky. There's one that Pepe had at the back post, which Brandon Williams brilliantly blocked. I don't know if anyone's seen that, but it was some block. Pepe really was attacking. Brandon Williams just threw himself in front of it. And the goal, I suppose, was a bit of a debatable, on another day, might have been given offside. I don't know what people think on their thoughts on that one. But yeah, I mean, he was just in the right place at the right time to tap it in. But it's 3 points, but it was hardly convincing. And I think Arteta's still clinging on to his job from what I can see. I mean, the Burnley game this week is huge. And for me...
Not easy either.
No, but he needs to be winning that game. Even a point is not... I don't think Burnley are particularly a good side. they're plucky and they'll make tackles. But in terms of what we've got in the top end,
fucking tackles, they'll dish out ABH left, right, and centre. Burnley.
I mean, they tried to kill Richarlison last night. From what I thought, so.
Mate, they're terrible for it.
Yeah, I know. But you think Xhaka gets a red card for that City one? All right, the intent was there, but he didn't really mow through him. But that, what was it then, Tarkowski? He's just fucking tried to run over Richarlison. I would just give you a yellow for that, mate. Don't worry about that.
Well, before we go on to Dave, I mentioned that when Leeds played them, like the amount of bad tackles they threw in, and they said during the broadcast about they're the team with the least red cards over the last 5 seasons in the Premier League or something.
That cannot make any sense, especially with the way that they tackle.
Team in the league.
Yeah, they're filth.
I think the refs just get terrified when Dier shouts at them.
Yeah, in his husky voice.
Right.
But again, I think obviously it was good to get the 3 points, but I still see we've never had a problem scoring goals, but that is a problem. It's never been a problem.
Because even when you was leaky at the back, he was still scoring.
Yeah, we were still scoring goals, and there was always a possibility that we may outscore the other team. But I think having White, Tierney, Gabriel, and Tomiyasu at the back, that bodes well for me carrying on into the next game. If they hopefully they're all fit for the next game, and moving forward, he's got a few options now. I don't think they can play Smith and Odegaard at the same time because Saka and Pepe for me are basically automatic choices on the wing. And Aubameyang's not going to lose his place, I don't think. So, but there's a big problem scoring goals. I think Partey coming on, he has got that defence splitting ball in the locker as Odegaard had as well. But we need to see a bit more of that, I think, moving forward. But I'm hopeful for the better. I think hopefully if we get 3 points against Burnley, I think maybe we can turn a corner going into the North London derby. So
yeah. DS, what about you, mate?
Yeah, just agree pretty much with everything you said there, Matty, to be fair. It's hard to... I didn't see that much of the game either, just the highlights and stuff. But from what we did see, there's nice to see a few chances, but again, not clinical and only 6 on target out of so many shots. We did have... It was one of them days, it could have been more. There was a few that flashed past the post, clearances off the line, stuff like that. Aubameyang hit one straight at the keeper when he had a good chance. So on another day, it could have been a 3-0 or at a stretch of 4, and then you'd actually be coming out of it thinking, you know what I mean? That's a good reset there. They've hit some goals. They've put someone to the sword, confidence booster. But the fact it was just the 1 goal means it's still just kind of keeping his career on the life support machine. You know what I mean? Like it's
absolutely.
It's like 3 points is massive. Needed it. I'll take a 1-0 before the game easily, so they can get that win. But it does mean that he's still, basically in a bit of trouble, to be honest. Like, he still needs the results as each game comes along. I agree with Matty. He needs to beat Burnley. A draw is not going to be good enough, because as soon as that Tottenham game comes around, if you get a negative result there, you're looking up the table and now you just literally got a mountain to climb to even get anywhere respectable. So, he needs to follow up with a win. It's good to see the team in something like how it's supposed to look. Like you said as well, with that back 4 and the keeper, for me, that picks itself now. It's the first time you can look and think, that's the best back 4 and the best keeper. You know what I mean? So moving forward, I want to see them build on that and pick those players and hopefully get a bit of cohesion going between those players. But again, it's the middle in terms of going forward. It's the middle for me where we're still lacking. We've always had people in the middle who can play. Like even when you had like a Cazorla to come and get that ball off the defence and then carry it forward, like Wenger called him, he's not like the assist man. He's the pass before the pass. Like he's the gets you going, and then someone like an Ozil will slot it through. But yes, it's strange. We've never had a problem scoring goals. So it's just like, I think Arteta's a bit clueless how to sort it out.
There's enough quality in that the front players that we have to be scoring goals.
Yeah, exactly.
Against most teams, I would say. But Aubameyang still looks very short on confidence to me. I think it's going to take him a few games to sort of get... we need to go on a sort of a bit of an unbeaten run, whether that's, even if we nick a couple of draws here or there. Another loss, I think, sets us back like massively.
Yeah,
it's important for us to go, I would say, the next sort of 4 or 5 games without getting beat. But I don't know. If
And I agree with what you're saying as well with Pepe. He's clearly now, we've seen how he rolls over the last couple of years now. He needs a run of games to hit his best ball. Like, he was brilliant at the end of the last season. I know
he was
much, but like, he was brilliant in the last few games. So he needs to be in the team every week to get the best out of him. But yeah, so it's all about the next game. That game's gone now. You know what I mean?
I think it's important with Thomas Partey as well. Like, again, someone who's not had an injury record particularly. We need him every week. You can see when he comes on, like one ball, and he's got whipped that through to Odegaard, and Odegaard's like obviously what Cazorla used to be now, and he needs to. Yeah. But I think if you watch the highlights of the game, the amount of balls he slid through to Aubameyang that did break the line of defence, and Aubameyang couldn't finish him. If Aubameyang would have finished the chances that Odegaard had presented to him, that's a hat trick of assists for him, because he just he looks so
that we actually gave him a chance. He's probably shocked that we actually provided a chance for him. He's like, oh, what? I mean, I've not had one of these for years.
He looks so short.
He gets terrified whenever he gets a clear-cut opportunity.
Yeah, I mean that shouldn't be happening, should it? You know?
Well, they showed this graphic of like Arsenal's kind of most what's it called? Most the trend of the passing sequences, and it's just like a donut. It goes round like round the back, round up the edge, back round the back, bottom again, back round the edge. It's just nothing in. No fucking jam. You know what I mean? Nothing.
Any chance of someone trying to break the line? Yeah.
But Partey's the one. He will put one through the middle there. But you need more of it. You can't just get excited over one forward pass through the middle. It's like.
I feel sorry for Leno. You boys are bigging up Ramsdale. He's number one because he gets a clean sheet against Norwich. Like, number one.
No, he's the man. It's not the case. Leno can't play out the ball from the back with his feet. I think Ramsdale might be a bit technically better. Leno's a good shot stopper, but
yeah. But for me, it's just because you got the background stuff of Leno basically wanting to go. That's the main thing.
Yeah.
Why we got to go with Ramsdale.
Yeah, it's true, mate. It's a weird one with that because Leno was sort of known when he was in Germany at Leverkusen as one of the best ball-playing like goalkeepers about. Like, because Leverkusen was sort of known for playing out from the back, and he was instrumental in that. It's weird how he all of a sudden looks like he can't do it, and I don't know why.
Because he has to pass the Granit Xhaka every week. He fucking gives the ball back to the opposition. That's why.
Exactly. To be fair to him, he looks and thinks Callum Chambers, no thanks. Oh, holding, but no.
I mean, imagine you've got that ball at your feet. Someone's passed that back to you, and then you're looking at your options. Like Dave said, you got fucking Chambers, Holding, and Granit Xhaka. I'll be fucking toe punting that like up the front. I'm not passing that out the back at all.
Turn around and kick it straight in the net. Just cut out the middleman.
Well, you done that once, didn't you?
Yeah, I did actually. Yeah. Less said about that, the better. Let's move on to the next game then. Over to Cocky Bollocks in the corner there, top of the prediction table. He's got his Portuguese boyfriend in the team.
Top of the league as well.
Really don't want to listen to this.
Not me. I might just turn it off now. Yeah, Man United 4, the mighty Newcastle United 1. Go on, Jonesy. Gloat away.
Yeah, no, what a day. I mean, I loved it. I mean, the atmosphere, was incredible. Obviously, the boys come home. Not really home, but home enough. Oh, it's incredible. And you know what? Everyone questions whether he can still do it or not. There we go. He's still
Lingard. Well done, Lingard.
No, that's tonight.
No, he came home. He done well on the weekend. Well done, Lingard.
He done all right. He fucked up tonight, though, the boy. He fucked up tonight.
What's he doing?
No, that's it, Sal. You've got it. It suits you. Yeah, that's it. It suits you. No, well, in all fairness, as negative as Newcastle were, I actually think they done all right. And
their goal was quality.
Well, it weren't as easy as the scoreline actually sounds like. Do you know what I mean? Like 4-1 sounds like we've drummed them a bit, which we had a lot of possession, but it was hard to break them down. They had 9 men behind the ball. But, the goal before half-time was just was massive, and it weren't going to be anyone else, was it? Let's be fair. He was bound to score that day.
Literally would have put my mortgage on him first goal.
Guaranteed, wouldn't it?
I had it.
I know.
I wanted to touch on that, Jonesy, like, because you said about the scoreline was probably a bit flattering based on like the game itself. Like, I was flicking between a few of the games because there was quite a few at 3 o'clock that I wanted to watch, so I couldn't fucking make my mind up. I was flicking between the Arsenal game, Man United one, Leicester, Man City, flicking between them. And from what I saw, I don't think you guys played very well. It didn't look like, like you said, it didn't look like a 4-1 performance from what I saw in the game.
We couldn't break them down. They literally it was all, it was like literally like a training game, like defense versus attack. We had a lot of the ball when we, no matter what they'd done, they got rid of it. They had a few little counter attacks. That's what I'm saying. They had their chances, definitely. But a lot of the time we had the ball, we'd try and play. No, we'd have to come back. We just couldn't break them down. But I say that once we got that goal before half time, that had to bring them out then. And I thought once they equalised, I thought, oh fuck, here we go again. They're going to sit back in again. And then we scored quite quick after, which helped. And I just think we deserved the win, definitely. I mean, we were by far the better team. In a way that them sort of games can be ones that end in 1-1 draws or 2-2. You know what I mean? They're just we're not always the best at breaking teams down, but thankfully we did.
What I wanted to put to you as well, like I know like you're all on a hype about him coming back. Understandably, he's one of the best players we've ever seen, and obviously he's hit the ground running straight away with some goals. But do you think his style of play now could actually upset the apple cart a little bit? Because personally, from what I saw, I don't think he actually played very well. Like, the goals aside, he was pretty much non-existent for large periods. And it looked to me like, I'm not going to say that the guy's leg's gone because he's in ridiculous physical shape, but it's almost like he's conserving energy. It was like he didn't move much.
He's not going to. I don't think.
There's no real runs off the shoulder. He's not really offering short a lot, and it almost looked like you guys look void of ideas a lot of the time, like not knowing what to do in the final third.
I'll be honest. I don't want us to change too much in a way where we think everything has to go through him.
Exactly.
Because he's that big player. I still want to sort of. I want him to sort of add to it rather than be the way we play. If you sort of, I just want him. Because you can see it. All these players, literally, as soon as they get the ball, they look for him. Even if he's not in a good position, they're like, let's look for him.
That's how it got at Arsenal when Henry was so on top of his game and the young boys were just scared of him. And it was like, you give me the ball, give me it now. Even if I'm not really in a position to receive it. And like Terry said, that could upset the whole dynamic of your play. You got to think, he's 36. All right, you might have moved him to the middle. But like you said, he's not going to make dashing. I don't think he's going to make dashing runs down the channel like probably 8 times out of 10. But he's there because he's a machine. And if he does get a chance in and around the box, more likely to score.
Why do you want him to do that when he gets a chance? When he gets a chance, he scores.
Yeah, no, I mean, do you know what though? In a way, Cavani probably suits. It's a bit of a weird thing to say, but Cavani probably suits our play better than Ronaldo does.
I agree.
Because Cavani, he's still fit enough. He runs that back four ragged. He does the doggy work. Still got the
legs, isn't he?
But it's a difficult one. It really is a difficult one. But because Ronaldo has to play for me.
It will be interesting to see how he manages his game time. Whether he's going to play more often than not, or is he going to pick key points in the season where he's gone? If they play a so-called lesser team, does he stick him on the bench and bring him on last 20 minutes?
I think
Ronaldo's not going to be the same. He's not going to be the same player that we've watched the last 10 years or whatever. Or whatever. Not at all. But again, he's going to be just that. And you can see him in tonight's game. He don't run. He don't chase things down. But then again, he pretty think he's not there for that. Again, like Greg said, he's just there to be in the right place at the right time. Just just make sure you're there.
Can you afford someone like that?
Yeah, but if he does, the other players have got to be. They've got to know. They've got to know that, and they've got to be on the same hymn sheet. As in, okay, we'll do your running.
Yeah.
Again,
and Pogba ain't doing that.
Well,
Pogba's playing really well, to be fair. Pogba's playing really well at the moment. I can't grumble with that geezer. I mean, 6 assists so far.
7, isn't
Is it 7, is it?
I think so. I'm pretty sure it is.
Yeah, it might be actually. It might be 7, yeah.
He'll just keep passing to Ronaldo so that number goes up, wouldn't he?
Yeah, I mean, I think you know, it looks a bit at the moment like we're just sort of playing on the adrenaline, the excitement of Ronaldo coming at the moment. It ain't really. I wouldn't say it's clicking massively, but I think give it time. I think we'll be all right. I mean, I'd rather have him than not. Because at the end of the day, I'll be honest, I'd rather a Ronaldo that stands still than a Martial. To be honest, so you know,
it's true, isn't it? Yeah.
So I mean, where do we? You know, so that's it. So
I think it is going to be interesting in the sort of long term to see how it works, if you know what I mean.
Yeah. No, I mean, I'm excited. I'm still excited. I mean, when I watch him on the TV, yeah. when I see him in the Man United, it still don't feel real. I'm like, I look at him and think, oh, come here. Oh, so it don't feel real. It was so I weren't expecting it, and
we think different things when we see him then.
Yeah. But yeah, Sancho's struggling as well. I need a poor fucker.
I called it. Sorry.
I'm worried. I was about to say, Terry called that before the season even started. In my opinion, you didn't even need him. I generally don't think you needed him.
Even less now.
Yeah, well, yeah.
And I was saying to Kyle as well, Jay Lings has got his fucking finger in on him, like fucking taking him out to see Skepta at carnivals and all that shit. Yeah.
Oh God.
So
at least Jesse's got an assist tonight. It's more than Sancho's got in a Man United shirt.
But I said
I thought he improved against Southampton, but Newcastle. I thought he was all right against Newcastle. Tonight he weren't. He got dragged actually. He got dragged when Wan-Bissaka got sent off. So
in Germany though, that's what I was saying to Carl. In Germany, he had nothing to focus on apart from football. Now he's come back and he's got Lingard. He's got Pogba. He's at home. He's at home again. Like it's like it could turn the other way, and it's sort of started like that.
And he's still very young, isn't he? What is he? 19? Like
who?
He's young. How old is Sancho? 20?
Sancho's not 19, is he?
I don't know. How old is he?
He's 20.
No,
he's 20.
He's older than that, isn't he?
No, he's 20.
Mate, he was starting in the Dortmund team at 17.
He's 20, yeah.
Oh, bloody hell. Oh, mate, he's got loads of time on his hands.
Yeah, but the thing is, like Greg's saying, at that age, when he's had no distractions, and now all of a sudden he's a massive name, he's a Man United player who can go out in Manchester, telling me he ain't going to have bad characters floating about him and birds looking to sort of sell a story on the kid.
Listen,
look at Ravel Morrison, mate.
Yeah, no, I mean, again, he's just got plenty of time. There's he hasn't got to come here. He sort of has because of the fee paid, I suppose, but it doesn't matter. I don't think there's a lot of pressure on him to be that superstar this season. Just let him get back into the swing of things.
No, that's rubbish, bruv, because
I disagree, yeah.
He hasn't come up through your youth system, and he's now, you know, he's been smashing it in Europe with some of the best numbers around.
Big money.
He should have come in and been on point straight away.
Yeah. Arguably,
it doesn't work like that, does it? It doesn't work like that, does it?
He is your marquee signing this season. Like, obviously, the Ronaldo thing aside, really, your big signing, that was just a off the cuff thing that you've decided to do last minute. Your marquee signing of the season was Jadon Sancho. So they're expecting them numbers immediately.
Yeah, I know, expecting. I get, we're all expecting it, but it doesn't mean it's definitely going to happen.
Put it this way. So he's absolutely ripped up Bundesliga, got some phenomenal numbers. Damari Gray, who couldn't even get a game in that league, has come back and scored 3 and 3.
He's on an absolute.
Mate, he looks unreal.
Yeah, but again, another good goal last night.
Exactly.
For 1.5 million.
But this is what I'm saying to you. Just because you're paying 73 million for a guy that's got good numbers in Germany does not guarantee it's going to work.
Yeah, but this is what makes me laugh about the English media. Pepe has 5 bad games and he's a £72 million flop. When Pepe banged in 16 goals in total last season, that didn't even shut people up. That's a good return, considering he never scored fuck all in the first half of the season. Arsenal just get treated so differently in the media. Sancho could go 10 games without scoring and they still wouldn't slaughter him. Let's see how he goes.
The media always go after the small clubs, matey. Don't worry about it.
Oh, turn it in. Geezer's got 4 correct scores and now he's fucking Bertie Big Bananas. All right, chatter.
That is funny, though. I've got to give him that.
So moving on to the Leeds Liverpool game, yeah. We've had enough of that Man United rubbish now.
Can I go get my popcorn? Hold on a minute. Oh, I can't wait for this.
Put them in a bowl. Don't get the bag, at least. Well, yeah, that concludes the talk on the scum. That's enough of them lot.
Yeah, top the league. Doesn't matter. I'm happy after 4 games, top the league. We can't be any higher, so that's it.
The only way is down, though, Jonesy. But
yeah, we're beat there. We're come down. Don't worry about that.
Oh, I know. So next game is. Did you get feedback then? I got a bit of an echo. Sorry. Next game is Leeds 0, Liverpool 3. So, Greg, we'll start with you, mate. As your boys got the 3 points, we'll start with your thoughts on the game.
Yeah, no. Do you know what? It's 3-0. I think it fucking flattered you, to be honest. I mean, you had a good 20 minutes.
If Mane could fucking shoot, it should have been about 13-0.
I know. Well, he had more shots than your whole team.
Yeah. I'm glad they fell to him and not Salah, for fuck's sake.
I know, but I think I was. It's weird because you've started a bit. Obviously, you were sort of everyone's second favourite team last year, and you play really good brand of football. This year you've started quite slow. I don't know. Like, obviously, I don't know. You obviously know more about that, but
well,
I don't know why, but
we've not really hit the ground running yet. But
I just don't think you're not scoring. Like you're not really scoring.
Well, we're only off of the teams that we've played. We're only 2 points worse off than we would have been last season in the exact same fixtures. Well, like the three out of the 4 teams we've played are in the top 4.
Yeah. No, I know. That's what I mean. But so hopefully now, once you've got some of these big teams out of the way, you can actually start to think, all right, let's go at it again.
Well, that's what I'm sort of clutching to at the moment. I'm trying to not judge us on them first 4 games. Like our next sort of, I think 5 or 6 games.
But you did
Newcastle, West Ham, Watford, Southampton, and Wolves, and Norwich.
Performed last year. You performed quite well against some of the bigger teams, which is a bit of a. I know it's a new season, and but you did pull off some good results. Which I was before the game kicked off. I was sceptical. I didn't know what to expect. I thought, it's going to be a fucking good game, but I was surprised how it went.
Llorente coming off killed us.
Yeah. Well, obviously he is your best defender
by a mile.
I actually think Strike should be starting ahead of Liam Cooper. To be, in my opinion,
we all do. We all think.
I don't rate the fella Liam Cooper. I mean,
he gets caught on the wrong side far too often for me. It's a
that booking, he was so tight on that booking. It was unbelievable. Like just one little turn and he's literally finished.
He does it every week though. Like I've played centre half quite a lot of times, and the main thing, especially when you haven't got the pace advantage over the centre forward, is you remain goal side of him. You don't let him get on the wrong side of you, because once you do, and you're not going to catch him, what are you going to do? You're going to drag the fucker down. And he done it on Calvert-Lewin against Everton.
Thing is that I don't think he needed. He wasn't even in. I don't know who was it, Salah or Mane, that he actually did that to.
Salah, I think.
But he wasn't like it was quite a way up the pitch. He wasn't like he was in on goal. He didn't have to do it, but he just he got beat and then that was it. All right, fuck you, I'm going to pull you down.
Yeah.
But
it's almost like a panic. It's like, fuck, I can't catch him, drag him down. Right.
But we performed well. You had a little spell at the start of the game, and then we grew into it, and Salah and Mane were literally, well, apart from him missing chances, Mane, but in actual gameplay, they were unreal.
I must admit, I thought Thiago was brilliant for you.
Yeah. Him and Fabinho had brilliant games.
I thought Thiago was in, and to be honest, it goes to say a lot because Phillips, I thought, had a blinder for us. Like, he was pretty much 4 men in midfield for us. Like, he actually had a really good game.
He was even shutting down our centre backs, and I'm thinking to myself, is anyone else sort of playing? I mean, what's going on here?
He's done everything. So for them guys to still shine when he's had a good game, it says it all. Like,
I mean, obviously we'll come on to what happened and everything, but even Harvey Elliott was having a good game. He really, he really was. Trent, I think he's found a little bit of form again of what he was before he had the dip.
The numbers are there again as well, assist-wise.
Just I was very impressed. I think we done really well, and it could have been more. It definitely could have been more. But 3-0 at Ellen Road, not many people are going to go to you and do that this season. So
yeah,
Liverpool's the coat, like the fluidity between the front players for Liverpool is just frightening. If Salah and Mane actually stop playing like kids and actually passing the ball to each other when they should, I mean, Liverpool are going to be beating teams 6-7-0.
I think they did though, Matty. I think they did pass to each other on the weekend. It's just that Mane couldn't finish.
Yeah, that was literally the problem. And like you said, Matty, the fluidity that they've got there, and when they gel, they can do it to anyone.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. They can. Yeah, for sure.
That when they turn it on, it's quite fun. Like, I actually come away from that game after. I was like, quite happy with the
3-0. Yeah. Happens, when you get beat like that and you think, 3-0's all right, actually.
So I'll swallow that. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. It was. I was quite buzzing with a 2-0 because it was 2 up until sort of the last couple of minutes. And then I
had 2-0. I was buzzing until Mane scored.
I was double over the moon because when you scored the third, because I had a free bet on Paddy Power, and I'd done over 2.5 goals. Bamford and Salah to both have 2 or more shots on target. And I've completely forgot about the fucking bet, to be honest. It was only when I looked afterwards, and it was that third goal that won me the bet. It was a touch.
Oh, lovely. with 11 men, I think my prediction might have come in. The 3-1, I was so close. I reckon you might have nicked a goal if you'd have had 11 men on.
3-1, yeah.
I think I had that as well.
To be honest, I thought we actually had a goal at one point when Bamford hit it from the halfway. I thought Alisson didn't even get back at one stage.
Right for that.
I think Ayling probably should have scored in the first half as well.
That's one thing I want to touch on actually is Ayling. I love Bill. He's a fucking ledge, Ayling, but he's had a terrible start to the season. He just looks all over the place, and I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's just one of them things. It's just not clicking for him yet. I think there's quite a few players that are in that position for us at the moment. But yeah, he was fucking. I was pulling my hair out watching him on the weekend. He was fucking giving the ball away left, right, and centre. As soon as we got it back, it was going to Ayling, and he was just giving it straight to your boys. It was like, oh mate, any chance? And then that summed it up. That when he come flying in at the back post, I'm like, fucking hell, he's gonna knock this in. And he sort of didn't know what to do with it once he got there. It's like he didn't know whether to header it, kick it, and he just let it hit him. And so frustrating. But I must admit, you boys are fucking looking sort of half back to the Liverpool we know from a couple of years ago. It's sort of. I think, like we said a couple of weeks ago when you drew with Chelsea, I think over the course of the next few weeks, that could turn into a really good result if you sort of gradually improve over the next few weeks and keep picking wins up. You're going to be.
I still think we need to. We do need to tighten up. We are conceding chances though.
You are, yeah.
who was it? Rodrigo. He smashed it straight at Alisson.
Oh, mate, that would at that stage. It was about 15 minutes. The
that
first
0-0.
15 minutes.
Yeah.
We probably
could have picked the corner.
Yeah, we were probably the better team after about quarter of an hour, and that chance killed me. I don't know how. If he hits it anywhere but down the middle, it's a goal.
Yeah,
it's on his favoured left foot, and he's panicked and he just fucking snatched at it. I think sections are getting on his back a bit, especially online, because he's not really performing well, and I think he sort of all went to his head there. His eyes lit up, and it was like shit, and he didn't even relax and just do what he can do because his finishing's normally top draw. It's almost like he's just panicked and snatched at it, and that was such a huge chance because if we go 1-0 up, it's a different ball game.
Well, when that got played to him, I think you saw that Van Dijk was very much tight with Robertson, and it was a free shot. And when it got pulled back to him, I was like, "Fuck, 1-0." Like I actually thought in my head 1-0.
Oh, Greg, I was virtually cheering, mate. It was, you know, one of them when they get it and you're up. It was like,
that doesn't go in. It kills you, and then we go on the ascendancy then, and
you scored quite soon after.
Mm.
It was only probably 5 or 6 minutes after that you took the lead.
Yeah.
And then it was like, that just kills you even more when you've just missed a really good chance. And then the other team, all of a sudden you're 1-0 down. It's like, oh, for fuck's sake, here we go. Do you know what I mean? It is frustrating. But
happy for him though. Happy for Mo. 100 up already. I think what was he 4th or 5th in the quickest to do it.
Unbelievable.
Really, I mean, yeah. His numbers are unreal. They are.
Yeah. You've got to take your hat off to the guy. What he's done since coming back to the Premier League with you boys is remarkable. Like his numbers, his goals and assists are just off the scale.
The thing is, he wasn't even bought to be like a goal scorer either. He was to be like a bit of a handy winger.
He's a winger.
Goals. Yeah. He's turned into like ridiculous goal scorer. Like
he's not even a centre forward. He's not even a centre forward. He's a winger.
Yeah.
Now, when you bought him for Roma, did you ever think that he was going to be this? You know what I mean? You just thought he was going to be a nice squad player. Big.
Can we find one of these?
But then,
the thing is, you knew that he'd gone away from obviously he'd left Chelsea. He'd gone away. You knew. I don't watch much Italian football, but you knew that obviously he was doing okay, but he'd become a man. You know that he'd gone away and become a man, and he was doing okay. But to actually come back and do this I don't think anyone could have predicted it. No one, literally, whoever's gone out and bought him, as in, done their like due diligence and looked at him in Italy and actually gone with the green light to go, do you know what? Go and get him. Fucking give that man a pay rise, you know what I mean?
How much did you get him for?
About 30 million.
About 30 odd million, yeah. Not mad,
Did he play for Fiorentina before he played for Roma?
Yeah, Fiorentina and then Roma, yeah.
Yeah, he's gone quite a bit of a roundabout to go back, but he's done, like you said, remarkable stats, quality.
Premier League legend or what? We saying?
Yeah.
He will be, yeah. 100, sure. When he's finished, yeah.
100 goals, you've got to make you a legend, isn't it?
Yeah, no doubt about it.
Much. And not only that, just the names. There's only a few names that are in front of him, and the names that are in front of him,
players,
they're the top players in the Premier League there's ever been. So
you've got to look at the names that he's ahead of as well. The likes of your Ian Wrights and people like that he's beaten to.
Yeah. And that's like you said, he's a winger. He's not even a central striker. The numbers he's producing. All the other fellas that are in that, they're all central strikers.
Well, the closest thing that he is to is like a Thierry Henry. Thierry Henry wasn't your out and out centre forward even at the start.
That's true. That's Wenger's doing that one.
Yeah,
it's true. Well, let's get on to the talking point of the game anyway. What Kyle's been waiting for. Harvey Elliott.
I'm wading in on this as well.
Harvey Elliott. Well, it weren't a break. Apparently, he's dislocated his ankle, which could actually be not as bad as everyone thought at first. He's having surgery today, I think, in London. But
he's had it already.
Has he had it?
I think it's successful.
Yeah, I see it.
But
great success.
Yeah, I think like obviously it could have been. At first, I actually thought it was Tib Fib, sort of that sort of double leg break.
He looked like it was flopping around a little bit from the.
Well, it was, yeah. But that's it. It's desiccated, isn't it? So it's just flapping everywhere.
See, Mo Salah gave the little. He was like to the side.
Did he do that? Did he?
There's little still.
Like, you look like an injured bird.
It's a cameo wrist. But yeah, so obviously everyone would have seen it. It's sort of the big talking point of the weekend with what's happened. We go to you first, Greg, on your opinion on it, and then I'll say mine, and then we'll see what the general consensus is from the boys.
Yeah. To be honest, I said this straight away. It wasn't dirty. It wasn't malicious. The only thing is, I don't think the ref had no other option, because really and truly, when you look at it in real time, he looks like he's won the ball. But he has... Yeah, but the rule states, obviously, the rule is if you endanger an opponent. How has he not done that? By breaking his ankle or dislocating his ankle. Do you know what I mean? Like it was from behind as well. You can't get away from the fact.
No, it wasn't. It was side on.
Did he
fully side on?
It was side on.
Was the injury created from the tackle, or was it from the sort of impact? Because from what I've watched it so many times now, and I still
from the follow through. It was from the follow through.
It's his trailing leg.
I don't think it's a red card.
It isn't though. It isn't the trailing leg. If you actually have a look, what's fucked this up is they've not actually shown proper replays of it. They showed a replay to a point, and then they pause it where his trailing leg is hitting Harvey Elliott's right leg, which isn't where the impact was. The impact was actually the back half of Strout's sort of arse and thigh, like hip area, on Harvey Elliott's left ankle as Strout was getting up and Harvey was running off, basically. He was losing his foot underneath him, and he's put his weight on his ankle as he's pushing off. That's where it happened. It isn't even from the trailing leg. What's that?
Well, he sort of sat on it slightly by
his weight
just a freak
fell onto his leg as he was getting up.
So if someone got tripped over and fell on someone's leg, which
happens,
but
it is a freak. But I don't think the referee was left with much option.
See, I do. I don't.
But when
I totally get what you're saying with what's happening.
When do you ever see a player get away with that?
Yeah, but he has. It's not like he's just come out of nowhere and smashed him, broke his ankle, and that's that.
No,
that's not what happened. He's won the ball. He's gone to get up, and in the tangle of their bodies, Harvey Elliott's dislocated his ankle. That it's not. If we get to a stage where if there's anyone who actually gets hurt, then it has to be a red card or a yellow card or whatever. We're going to just lead to even more people just pretending to be fucking injured.
2 or 3 weeks ago, Pogba's tackle on Neves was worse than that tackle.
100%.
Yeah. And then this week as well, Pogba's done a skill, went to put his foot down, stood on someone's foot and got booked for it.
Not a foul. Not even a foul.
Yeah, it's not a foul, but this is where it's gone, and the rulings, and I'm not saying that it wasn't malicious, it wasn't on purpose, but by this rule book now, the referee had no other choice. He's in danger.
To be fair, Greg, I see what you're saying on that one. You know, it's like we're not saying you agree with it. It's just like that's
even Harvey Elliott. This is why, obviously, Terry's then said something. He's then tweeted now because Harvey Elliott has said it wasn't his fault. It was a freak accident, which it was, and I agree with that. I wasn't ever saying that it was fucking dirty or it was a red card.
A lot of people have though.
Yeah, but that's not me. Like, do you know what I mean?
Wrong,
whatever. Their opinions is their opinions. People that watch football will pretty much know that wasn't malicious. It wasn't dirty. But
I think even the ref will know
he wasn't
dirty.
Yeah,
he wasn't. I know what you mean.
I just think he wasn't left. He wasn't left with any other choice really. You don't when someone breaks someone's leg, like you've had Shawcross do it to Ramsey. You've had Roger Taylor do it.
Abysmal.
Yeah, but they've all been dirty. But
right. So what? All right, let's put it into perspective. David Boost, Coventry. Yeah.
I remember that, but I don't remember that it's.
He collided with Peter Schmeichel. Yeah, he collided with Peter Schmeichel. They both gone for the ball. Peter Schmeichel won the ball and fell on his leg and snapped his leg in half.
Yeah.
It's not even a foul, and a foul wasn't even given. David Bruce broke his leg. Everyone felt bad about it. It's like it's just one of them things. Off you go, son. Off to hospital. We get on with the game. It's literally how it is.
Remember the one when the player for you, Greg, Liverpool, Djibril Cissé snapped his
twice.
Yeah, but I don't.
The back of his legs.
But I don't think he did. He ever do that? I think he done that for France, not Liverpool. Or did he?
He done one for France and one for Liverpool.
He definitely did one for Liverpool.
France, yeah.
And the one for Liverpool,
the replay showed his leg, fucking like that.
He was running next to a guy, and when you sort of tangle legs, you can clip the back of their ankle.
Yeah.
Guy done that and it snapped his leg. Is that again? Now it's wrong. It's one of them things. It's a freak accident. And like I said at the time, I said I hope the cunt never recovers because I was pissed off with the reaction of it. And to be honest, the reason I'm so fucking bugged about it all is that German cunt's reaction to it. Your gaffer, because you say the referee weren't left with any choice. The referee only brandished a red card after that prick decides to run on the pitch. Listen. Just listen for a second. He's run on the pitch and not one even glance or look at his own player, who's an 18-year-old who's got a broken leg, as everyone thought at the time. He weren't even.
That's what he's most worried about, though.
What? So as a gaffer, what would you do? Would you be more interested in your player or more interested in pulling the ref aside and screaming in his face until he brandishes a red card? And if you have a look, it wasn't even referred. He didn't get on the headpiece and speak to anybody else. He has a 30-second conversation with Klopp and then walks around to the side, pulls the red card out. And I don't know if you've seen the replay, but Divock Origi was standing right next to him at the time. And Divock Origi turns and goes, "What the fuck?" when he pulls the red card out. You're telling me that Klopp hasn't got in his head and made that decision for him? Then there's something wrong. Because if you watch the clip, and I even put it on my Twitter today, he has a lot of influence on that call.
Comms said at the game, they said on the game that was always going to be a red card. Didn't matter what Klopp was doing. Yeah,
they said that, but how is it always going to be a red card if he didn't even give a foul? They said that only ever going to give a red card there. He didn't even give a free kick, so how's he only ever going to call a red card?
True.
Not in a million years. If you're referee and you go play on, oh no, I was always giving a red card. Fucking no way. Never do you play on and then give a red. Never happened.
By the rule book, he's endangered someone. You've ended up breaking his.
I don't think he has. I don't think he has.
Look at the proper
I don't think it's a red card.
Okay.
What we've got to go into now then. Say for example, we both got for a header. You headed the ball away. I missed. Clash heads with you. Knock you spark out. Is that a red card? I've endangered you by going up for a header.
I don't think he's endangered him. I just think the end result was causing damage. But I don't think Strauch endangered Harvey Elliott. He didn't endanger him because he didn't do anything to endanger him. No. But it's unfortunately
he's actually slid in. He slid in from.
I don't think he's jumped
behind the slide. I
think he's tackles are not allowed anymore. Then we can't tackle because every time someone tackles, you're technically endangering your opponent.
No. Tackles from behind are not in the game anymore. They're outlawed. So
it isn't a tackle from behind. It's from the side.
Yeah, you didn't tackle him.
No, a tackle from the side is from the side. He was fucking behind Harvey Elliott, so it's from behind.
He was behind him, but I think his legs come.
He's wrapped his legs. He's wrapped his legs round the side, but he's actually behind Harvey Elliott, so he's a tackle from behind. Essentially, I'm not. Again, it's not dirty. It's not malicious.
It's fair to say you're going to have to agree to disagree on it. We talk about this all night.
Yeah, we will. But what I'm like, you've got to flip it round the other way. If that was to happen to one of your players, how would your team, your management react? Like
I guarantee you, Bielsa wouldn't be running on the pitch, getting in the ref's face. It ain't happening.
He can't move that far.
Yeah,
that's why.
It wouldn't happen.
Probably not. He's probably stuck on his knees. But
no, but it wouldn't happen.
Take the interpreter with him. Come on.
There's a handful of managers. No, but seriously, there's a handful of managers within the Premier League organisation that have clout over them, and Klopp has become one of them.
I think he reacted like that, but the sheer fact is, he wanted 18-year-old. He's an 18-year-old with a lot of talent, and he's just fucking had a horrific injury happen right in front of it. I think that's what it was. That's happened right in front of Klopp.
Yeah, but it's happened right in front of all the Liverpool players as well, and not one of them was even questioning the referee about the decision. When you see a bad tackle on the pitch,
they were worried. Yeah, but they were worried about Elliott. They were the ones worried about Elliott.
And you're trying to say Klopp's argument why he's attacked the ref is because he's worried about his 18-year-old player. Is he fucked? He'll just bring in another player and he'd just go on the fucking scrap heap. He couldn't give a bollocks.
No, it's bullshit. How can you tell me you don't care about someone that's just broke through when they're 18 years old?
Yeah, he cares about his results. That's all he cares about.
But you got to look at it. How would if in that heat of the moment, obviously Klopp's enraged by what's happened.
Yeah, exactly.
How you're not necessarily going to run up to Harvey Elliott and go, "Oh, you're right, mate. You're going to get in the ref's face because you think it's a red card." Having seen it back, he might not have the same opinion. I've never.
Yeah, but he does. He does.
I haven't seen the post-match interview, so I don't know.
All he done was whinge like fuck about it, and then when he was queried about, well, what did you say to the referee? He went silent and pretended he was emotional and avoided the question. That's what he done.
Oh, dear.
Well, he ain't going to say on camera what he said to the referee, is he? Let's face it.
No, he said, "Ref, I'll give you 50 grand if you brandish a red card, son. Meet you in the room afterwards for a glass of red."
Yeah, but listen, it's a tough one. That red card wouldn't have determined the result anyway. The result was still in happening. Like,
look, that's a different argument. You were the better team. You were outplaying us. You can't say that doesn't change what happens in the game over the next 40 minutes, though, having 10 men. It does.
Oh, of course it does. But really and truly, we were battering you before that anyway.
Yeah, you was. But say 30 seconds after that, we go and score a goal.
Yeah, possibly. But
like, it is. You can't say that doesn't change the outlook of a game. You, by far, you were the better team at the stage. But
we could still be playing today. You wouldn't
still change a game. What's that?
We could still be playing today and you wouldn't have scored.
Okay, yeah. Well, we'll go on like that then. But I'm back on it. Bollocks to him.
Moving on then, lads.
At the end of the day, before we move on, Kyle, red or no red?
No red.
Matty, red or no red?
No red.
Dave?
No red.
There we go. I'll rest my case.
What happened?
A democracy, mate. Harvey Elliott's out for the season. That's what's happened.
Yeah.
Good night, sunshine.
Why have you upset him, Greg? Why have you?
At the end of the day, we've appealed it today, so I'm hoping it comes back as it gets rescinded.
No.
Which
I hope he gets off of it. I hope he gets off of it.
Well,
he will get off it. Well, he should get off it.
Well, if he does, then surely that rule isn't a thing then.
No, but at that point in time in the game, I don't think the ref was left as no other option.
Well, ain't that what VAR's for?
Yeah, VAR should have got involved, I think.
They can't get involved.
They can. That's what they're there for.
I actually thought that's what it's. I thought
he'd manager assistant referee.
If he didn't give a foul, then VAR can't get involved.
Well, then how's he sent him off then? If he hasn't even given a foul, how's the red card come out?
Exactly.
Because Klopp's getting his ear.
Exactly. There we go.
Oh, mate.
So it's literally the only reason that happened.
Can we get the imaginary biro out and just draw a line under this one? You're not going to agree on it. So
never gonna.
You can't agree.
Well, let's move on then anyway to baller of the week and donkey of the week. And we'll go straight in with baller first. Dave, we'll start with you, mate.
I'm just going to go with Edouard to just come on Premier League debut, 2 goals like that.
How's his luck?
Dreamland. So,
What about Ronaldo, Dave?
well,
His debut and all.
yeah, but
I'm taking that.
that was ridiculous.
If you're talking about impact, then surely Edouard's winning that.
Yeah.
He's come on and completely changed the game on his own. Ronaldo didn't do that. He was playing the whole game. And, yeah, he scored a couple of goals. And the fucking...
Because it's for Palace as well. They've been dying for a forward. Like,
yeah.
They've been putting up with people like Benteke for years.
Much as Vieira loved that, doing Arsenal, doing Tottenham as well.
Exactly.
Loved it. Absolutely loved it.
One game.
To be fair, that's probably got my vote, is because it was against Tottenham. That's just made it even better. So, yeah.
Well, I'm pretty sure Matty might double that up because he's an ex-Celtic boy, Edouard, and Vieira's in charge as well. So
I wanna be Edouard. Yeah, Edouard. Yeah. Sorry, Ronaldo was a close second. Yeah, just to let you know, but Edouard wins for me.
Well, Kyle, we'll go with you next. And bearing in mind you can't vote for your own players.
Well, I might as well be at that, Jacket. I'm going to go...
Being an ex-Palace fan, surely you got to vote for
Townsend.
Townsend or Townsend?
Townsend.
Only because it was a toss-up between him and Fabinho for me, because I thought Fabinho was top draw against you boys, and he got his goal. But I just think, to get him on a free like that, he set up, they 1-0 down, he set up the equaliser, scored a worldie for the second. So, fair play to him. And do you know what? He's a bit like a Bamford for me. I just think he's an all-round lovely geezer.
He is, isn't he?
I used to love listening to him on TalkSport. I just think he's just, he's a great listener, Andros. So, yeah.
And his hairline is comeback of the century, by the way.
Tell us what you've done, mate, for fuck's sake.
It's phenomenal.
See the same geezer as Tubes.
Gory, over to you, mate.
To be fair, I mean, I'll go with Edouard, mate. To be fair, there's some impact.
Yeah, I've gone with the same thing. He only played about fucking 4 minutes, but you can't not. He's just gone and secured the 3 points, isn't he? And I don't even think any of the goals are anything special, but fair play. He's come on.
In terms of impact, that's ridiculous. So he wins it for me.
Yeah, he does. Well, he has won it.
Well done, Watson.
4 votes, and Andros Townsend has got the 1 vote.
Townsend.
So corner of the week is Odysson Edouard. And then we're going next with Donkey.
This is the easiest vote ever.
Dave?
I'm going with Tanganga. I know. A lot of people are quite pleased to see Zaha get lobbed on the floor like that, but it was just crazy. Like, not at any point, like, sneaky, just completely pushed him in the head, full ball to the ground, and when he got up, just started like mullering him.
To be fair, Zaha needs to pipe the fuck down, because Tanganga's ripping his head off there.
I know.
He's giving all the big one, and then he's like, what? And just...
Why do they give it the big one? They're not going to punch each other, ever.
No.
They're not going to have a tear-up unless they're
Tanganga
completely
done.
stupid. They're not going to have a...
Should they have kicked the ball out?
No, should they fuck?
What, for the thing that happened? Who was on the
floor?
Not
a head injury. It's not a head injury.
I know. But the whole thing come about was because of that. They played on for quite a while someone was on the floor.
But that weren't Zaha's fault. There was a few passes before it got to Wilf.
No, but then I think Tanganga just took it upon himself to do you know what? Fuck this.
I'm
going to take you out.
But do you know what I mean? There was no mask in it at all. It was
honestly,
right? Kicking the floor, mate.
See, honestly, for what he done, he should be baller of the week. Oh, that was sick.
Have you ever seen someone?
That's why.
Have you ever seen someone in a Premier League game where a winger is running up the wing and you've just gone what? And just seen someone push him over? I've never ever seen that in my entire life.
That's what I'm saying. It's like down goals when someone kicks off and just throws something.
Seen it in rugby
Do you
union.
think he should have got a red card for the first incident? He's raised his hands.
He should.
That's what I mean. Make contact with the head. Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah, but then,
in my opinion, he should have got sent off for that. Let alone what I mean.
the melee after.
He didn't even touch it. The intent was there because he was still pissed off.
he was so angry. He was so angry.
It was
like, well,
yeah, it was ridiculous.
It was brilliant, though, wasn't it?
Yeah,
I loved it personally. Yeah, I mean, yeah, it was great. But, yeah.
Well, that's your vote in then, Dave. Jonesy.
Arsenal for only beating Norwich 1-0 now, Jake.
And now you're just being a prick.
No, but it's been Arsenal.
It's just ridiculous.
It's been Arsenal related every week. I didn't want to ruin the trend.
Jog on. Jog on.
We'll go Tanganga. I can't really think of anything else too much.
Tanganga. Boyle.
Yeah. Tanganga. Fucking. And the only other funny thing I wanted to say about that game, I don't know if any of you noticed it, and I was going to tweet it at the time, but I left it 15 minutes, so it was a bit late. How long did Eric Dier take to get back to the changing room, by the way? When he went off injured, there was no stretcher for him. They made the poor bastard walk all the way around the pitch and then off the pitch. They showed the camera about 7 minutes later and he's still like hobbling along with the geezer that's bugging him. I thought it was fucking brilliant. Normally, they go, oh, we get a stretcher, we get him off as quick as we can. And they made him do some Diamond League lap around the pitch and get him off. It was quality.
Down.
And then when the goals went in, they put the camera on and he was sitting on some random step. He didn't even have the pleasure of sitting in the dugout. They just looked like they just knobbed him off. I thought that was just as good as the Tanganga incident, really. But yeah, that game had everything. That game was the game.
Bad game, wasn't it?
Yeah.
My vote for Donkey is Zaha for being an absolute pussy, giving it all the big one and then folding like a deck of cards as soon as the big Tanganga grabs hold of him. So,
but Zaha does that every week.
Oh,
or
it's a
every other
spoiled
week.
rat prick. I can't stand him. And by the way, his new railings look horrendous. He can't even close his mouth with them teeth.
Has he got new railings?
He's like this when he's talking. He's got a bit of a lisp, and it looks horrendous.
I need to check that out. I ain't seen it.
It's like he's got them 3 sizes too big. Gory, who's your pick, mate?
Grauk.
No, here he goes.
No, I'm joking. I'm joking. Do you know what? Tanganga. I'm going to go with Antonio.
Oh, yeah.
Just because he's had such a good start, and obviously it was a 0-0 ball draw, and it's the last second of the game pretty much, and he's just absolute head loss. And then they got Man United next.
Yeah, that's killed them. Yeah,
it's a shocker, isn't it?
But obviously, I know Tanganga's won it, but yeah, that would have been my vote.
Damn right, he's won
it. He's now my new favourite player. I love him.
Hopefully, he'll do that against us and get sent off again.
He's an absolute unit and all, isn't he? He's proper
big old boy.
I actually think he's a good player as well. He looks decent.
Yeah, he was quality at right back against City in the first game.
Yeah, I think he's decent, mate.
Yeah.
But well, that's our donkey of the week. Is it Jaffet Tanganga? Is that his name?
Yeah,
something
I think
like
Jaffet. Yeah,
Jaffet, whatever his name is. But Tanganga takes donkey of the week and Edward baller of the week.
Go on,
I don't think any of us would have predicted them going into this week's games, would we? But
no.
And now, last but not least, let's make our predictions for this weekend's games involving our teams.
We just copy Kyle, or
yeah, just copy Jonesy.
What are you saying, Jonesy?
No, I'm playing it safe now. I'm not going to worry about it.
I'll turn it in.
Just keep
ask him first.
Yeah,
ask him first every time.
Yeah, I will actually. Yeah. So the first game is the Friday night game. FNF, which is Newcastle United versus Leeds United at St James's Park. Jonesy, top of the table, mate. You tell us what you're going for.
This is a tough one. Tough call.
2-1 Newcastle.
He's dropping points this week, lads. I'm going to go in with 2-0 to Leeds. This is the start of our run where we pick up points now. We ain't got to play all the better teams. Boyle.
Desmond.
Desmond's a good shout. I was thinking of Desi.
Greg.
2-1 Leeds.
2-1 Leeds. DS.
1-1.
Oh, 2 draws on the firm.
Oh,
come on, boys, do me proud. Give me some fucking points.
That's what I say every week.
Yeah. Well, here we go again then, Matty. Burnley versus Arsenal at Turf Moor. Happy place, Turf Moor.
happy place.
Kyle. This is a tough one, isn't it?
It is tough. It is a tough one.
I'm thinking of Desi or Arsenal and nick it 3-2.
Burnley are never involved in a game with 4 goals. Not a chance. Saying that, they just were, weren't they? Just lost 3-1.
Fuck. Look. Burnley.
We've rattled him down first, boys.
Desmond.
Oh. Dave.
I'd love to go for the win, but I feel like it's going to be the same as last time we played. Just more fucking bullshit from their players. Ashley Barnes like assaulting our players and going, that's all right, last morning, not a booking.
Do you think they'll
I hate him.
John Dyche telling us we're diving everywhere when we've got people's fucking ankles snapped and stuff like that. And it's just going to be more refs not giving penalties. 1-1. Last time we got cheats, do you remember? Fucking 0-0, and you must hit the post and the crossbar about 5 times.
Oh, we hit it about 5 times, didn't we?
And these are Peter's handball.
Oh yeah, he just handballs it on the line. Yeah, cheers.
I remember that. He's, by the way, Ashley Barnes. He's the next one I want Tanganga to grab hold of.
Oh, that'd be a good pair up there.
And he needs to get in touch with Andros Townsend's barber and all.
Yeah, he's got the Kyle flick at the front, isn't he? He's got the handsy at the front, isn't he?
Boyle, Burnley Arsenal, mate.
No, I'm not having it. I'm going for it. We're going to do some damage. This is the time. We've had that little
1-0.
we've had that little tapping against Norwich. No, I'm going for a few goals in this game. 3-1 Arsenal. I'm going for it. I'm not going down the Dave funeral route. No. Going for it.
Gory.
1-1.
1-1.
How are we fallen from grace? Jeez Louise.
I really don't know what to go with here, you know.
I'm the only one who's going to predict an Arsenal win here.
Realistically, I should obviously go with an Arsenal win there. They are better. But Burnley's one of them
doesn't work out that way all the time, though, does it? Yeah.
And
even when we were good, we'd get turned over by Stoke. Even when we were
Even if we were like third or fourth in the league, that's a true story. Yeah.
It's one of them. I was always picking an Arsenal win until Everton have pulled their pants down, and very rarely do Burnley sort of get a good hiding a couple of times in a row. Like they normally will come back with a vengeance.
We're going to do
them. I'm going to go 0-0.
I'm not saying everyone else has gone draw.
Yes.
I'm the only one who's, good. Well, I can't wait for this.
Yeah.
Says.
Next game, I think we've lost Greg. I don't know if he's gone here, but
not anymore.
Next
the
game.
Harvey Elliott debate's taking it out of him. He's gone for it.
Ankles.
Oh yeah, he's fucked it off. Look.
Yeah. Not me.
Got the reviewing the rules.
Klopp's got on the blower to him and told him to turn it off. Next game is Liverpool Palace.
Has he binned it for his own club? That's bad.
So, Dave, we'll go with you first, mate.
What was that? Which game?
Liverpool Palace.
Where is it?
Anfield.
Liverpool. When he says Liverpool first, it only means. I mean, it's not hard. It's
It'll
not
learn
hard.
one day.
Just checking. I'm just checking because it's not going to change the result anyway, is it? So
Nah, I don't think so.
3-1 Liverpool.
3-1 Liverpool. Jonesy.
Floating hell.
4-1 Liverpool.
Grew a hair lip there. What the fuck?
Boyle.
Yeah, I'm the same as Dave. 3-1 Liverpool.
We obviously
Eddie will get a goal. Eddie will get another goal.
It feels like they've got some goals in them now, Palace, doesn't it?
Yeah.
I'm going to go 2-0 Liverpool. We've lost Greg on the pod, so we haven't got his prediction, but I'll add them in later on. I'll get him to text them over. And
if he's still talking to you.
Yeah.
He's on a prop. I reckon Em's done the little challenge in front of him. She's just dropped her towel for him. See ya. He's on a promise.
Oh dear, oh Lord.
I wish he'd left it on without realising.
Yeah.
And it's
Our
live.
fucking hits would have gone through the roof. Started
Go
adding
on,
the
girl.
podcast up on Pornhub. Oh, here he comes.
One minute you got Kyle with a hair lip, and then you got a towel incident.
Oh, good.
He's joined. Here he is. He's back. Right, Greg.
I'm
We're just
back.
doing
That was
our
quick.
predictions for Liverpool Palace. So, what's your call,
Hung that
mate?
towel up in the bathroom, or
Who's done what?
It doesn't
Don't
matter.
worry about it. What's that got to do with your prediction, Greg? It's your prediction.
It does matter because obviously I wouldn't
You
know.
shouldn't have left. You'd have
Stop
known.
playing the game. Stop playing the game. Just be natural.
The charge of, I don't know what
We've all gone for Liverpool wins. That's all I'm saying.
Liverpool wins. Who we got? Palace.
Yeah,
Where is it?
Liverpool.
That's why I said it first.
fucking hell. And he's a Liverpool fan. Where is it?
I'm just stalling. I'm just stalling. Right.
Makes it not better now, Dave, doesn't it?
DS has just dropped the. That's one at first, Greg.
How do you not know?
I
I'm just
stalling
stalling,
with it before
just
he comes
stalling.
back on.
It's at the Oval.
Fucking
Oh,
hell,
fuck
Greg.
me.
The game would have happened by the time you put your prediction in.
Palace. Yeah, but they're on form.
They're on Michael Vaughan.
Michel Vaughan.
Michel Vaughan.
3-2
Come on, Greg.
Liverpool.
What's that?
Ooh.
3-2?
Yeah, 3-2.
Ooh.
They're scoring twice at Anfield, eh?
And then the last one is West Ham versus Man United. Kyle.
Kill Alfredy.
Now, I think it'd be easy with Antonio not there, but we don't play 3-1.
We 3-1.
What, to West Ham?
Man United. 3-1 Man United.
Oh, Jesse Lingard gets on the pitch. He might put a West Ham player in for another assist. Like tonight, against Young Boys.
Great pass.
DS.
3-2 United.
Greg.
2-0 United. Man, you.
Man,
Boyle.
Yeah, same as Greg, 2-0. I don't think West Ham will score.
Yes, the whole Antonio thing's a big loss, isn't it?
Yeah.
If he plays, I would have been tempted for West Ham here, you know.
Quality this season so far.
I'm going to go 1-0 Man United. There we go. So that's our prediction.
So gonna score.
Oh, mate, that has got to go, by the way.
What is that, by the way?
I have
Am I missing
no
something?
idea.
It's this fucking stupid, shitty noise he makes when he scores, isn't it? And he does that jump up and down thing.
Yeah, but who is she?
That's got to go.
Who is she?
Who is
Yeah,
Sue?
I don't know what it is, but it's. I mean, I love it when Old Trafford when he done it and they just took the whole crowd. I love it. I fucking love it.
Pathetic.
It's cringy, but I love it.
Oh mate, that was so American sports. It was awful.
Inject it. Give me time, inject it.
Yeah, it's awful. But yeah, I'd love to know who Sue is, and one day we might find out. But yeah, that concludes the episode anyway, guys. Thank you again for everyone who's watching and listening to the pod. And yeah, like and subscribe, share, all of that rubbish. Get it out there if you can, guys. But until next time, all the best.
Evening all.